The Ibunka website, Introduction for Teachers. The Ibunka website is made up of 3 sections: Students, Teachers, and Survey. Student section. In the Student section, which is optimized for access on smartphones, students can easily access the audio tracks. For each audio track number listed in the textbook, there are 3 audio tracks, each recorded in a different native English accent. Students can also access the Japanese translations of the vocabulary lists found at the bottom of each page in the textbook. To open these, they will need the password, which you can choose to share with students or not, according to your preferences and the language policies of your institution. Finally, students can access a tutorial in either English or Japanese that explains to them how each section of the textbook works. Teachers might also find it convenient to show this tutorial in class at the beginning of the semester. Teacher section. In the Teacher section, you will find all the digital resources for each unit. Digital textbook. The digital textbook is available in 2 formats, Flipbook and Google Slides. If you'd like to project the textbook onto a screen while teaching, it might be a good idea to alternate between both of these formats, since each has its own advantages. You can open them simultaneously in 2 tabs of your browser. Let's take a look at flipbooks first. These are literally digital textbooks. They have the same general layout as the printed textbook. This is useful when you want to show students where you are on the page. With flipbooks, it is possible to zoom in on a particular point. But it is not always easy to use this zoom function to show points in detail. That's why we created the Google Slides. In the Google Slides, the contents of the textbook have been cut out, so that they do not need to be zoomed in on. Once you have chosen the part of the lesson you want to cover, you can switch to the Google Slides for greater ease of use. In addition, all of the audio tracks have been embedded in the slides, so that you can play them with the push of a button. The flipbooks are protected by passwords that are changed 4 times a year and will be sent to teachers by Alma Publishing. For the Google Slides, the process is different. We share these with teachers who send us a Gmail address or an email address connected to a Google account, as is the case with some institutions. Teacher's Manual. The Teacher's Manual contains several other resources. Let's take a look at them. There is a Google form for each activity of the textbook. These can be given as homework assignments. If students are able to be online, they can also be used in class, in particular to respond to the warm-up survey. The example sentences are just that, a selection of sentences written by students in our classes. These can provide teachers and students with some inspiration for expression. You will also find a model for the student interview. This can be used by teachers as a listening exercise, or to demonstrate how to take notes, before having students do the actual in-class interview. The content of this model interview corresponds to the example notes in the top row of the interview table in the textbook. Next, you will find the answers for the true, false, and gap fill exercises. One step further. Here you will find suggested answers to the Looking for Patterns activity. They are presented in the same format as the textbook. Students are asked to highlight with a fluoro pen sentences and phrases that they think hint at either one of the cultural patterns. You will also find them in the format of the Google form for one step further. First, students can highlight or underline the sentences and phrases in their textbooks, and after that they can submit this online by typing the sentences and phrases into the relevant Google form. Lastly, in order to help teachers who don't have a background in intercultural communication, we have summarized in the Cultural Commentaries text some basic ideas gleaned from existing ethnological research and the responses we got to the Ibunka survey. These commentaries are simply background notes to introduce each topic. Please feel free to send us any comments and questions you may have about these using the survey section of the Ibunka website. Audio tracks and vocabulary translations. Teachers also have direct access from this page to the vocabulary translations and audio tracks. Note that the first track for each unit is not listed in the textbook. This is the track for the model interview. Survey section. Ibunka survey. The Ibunka survey provided the responses which make up part 2 in each unit of the textbook. This is an ongoing, growing project which we hope may interest you. Please feel free to participate by filling in the form for any topic you are interested in. Your students might also be interested in reproducing these questionnaires to carry out their own little surveys within their class or university. Community. This section of the website is designed to be a hub for sharing teaching tips, questions, and opinions about the topics in the textbook. Please feel free to contribute to the community. To share a quick thought, a question, or a picture taken in class, the Ibunka Facebook group is also a very convenient tool. We look forward to connecting with you there.